How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Good morning. I'm fine, thank you. Good morning.
You are here, but it seems like your network will give you wahala.
My hand was shaking. I didn't believe you are going to pick me. Honestly, I don't even know how to press the phone again.
You're welcome. Make it stop to the shake. Where are you streaming from?
I'm streaming from Abuja.
Are you an Abujarian? We're in
From
Nigeria.
I'm from Delta.
Oh, Deltarian. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Nice. What's your story?
Thank you, sir. And I have a story and also a kind of a cry for help. I've sent you message several times. My story is a kind of a health awareness to some people. Most of us young ladies, we don't take care of ourselves, or we'll be like, simply because you are not sick, you don't go to the hospital. No, but it's not like that. Once in advise people, go some for checkup, check yourself, make sure you are okay. Just be health aware, make sure you are always okay. Sometime in 2021, October 2021, just like every other day, I'd gone to work and come back. So at nights, I felt pressed. I want to ease myself. I noticed I could not stand up. I tried everything that night. I could not stand up. It was as if something was pressing me, but I could not stand up. I tried, nothing I could do. I picked my phone. I called my older sister. Her number was not going. I called everybody I could call. Nobody number was going. Only my immediate senior sister number was going through, and that one is based in Asaba. I called her. There's nothing she could have done that time than to pray for me. So she prayed for me. I managed to crawl from the compound and went under the water tank there. I was there shouting, crying before our security guard came out, which is a Cote d'Ivoire guy. He does not understand English. And he prayed for me. In the morning, we booked a taxi and I went to the hospital. Although immediately I woke up, my belly was already swollen. I was rushed to the emergency hospital. They checked me. They did everything. They asked me so many questions, nothing. At the end, I did some tests, which I was referred to Gynae, National Hospital Abuja to be precisely. I was referred to Gynae. So when I go to Gynae, after they ran some tests and all that, they said I have to do MRI. So I did the first MRI. It came out, according to the MRI, what they were seeing was water all over. But the doctor was not so certain. The doctor took me back to radiology for them to redo the MRI. This time it came out, one side was stone, one side was water. So the doctor called some other doctors and all that. Then I work with hospital, I work with National Hospital, so they knew me there very well. So they were like, they saw me yesterday, what happened and all that. So when they called the other doctors, after they run some check and all that, they refer me for another kind of test. So it was from that test, when I went to the lab to pick up the test, one of the lab technicians was asking me, is this your test? I said, yes. He said, God forbid you will not have cancer. God forbid you will not have cancer. I was like, is it cancer test? She said, yes. If it's cancer test, that this test shows you have cancer. I cried, but at that moment, there's nothing TS could have done. So I took it to the clinic on the next appointment date. When I got to the clinic, the doctors, they check it. They say it's a cancer, but now for them to be sure, they booked me for surgery. So I went for surgery. So when I went for the first surgery, which happened to be November 28th, 2021, November 28, 2021, yes, I went for surgery. When the surgery came out, they said it was ovarian cancer. So I should start my chemotherapy. They refer me to oncology. So from oncology, I should start my chemotherapy, which I could not start at that moment because from the place where the surgery was performed, the wound was not healing. It was not healing. So they did the surgery in November, October 28th, thereabout. It was still January. I've not started my chemotherapy. So when I went for the clinic again, I complained to the doctor. Doctor was angry. Go and start your chemotherapy. Leave that wound. Go and start it. So I went and I started my chemotherapy. After I was done with the 4 rounds of the chemotherapy, I was asked to go for another MRI test and all that, which I did. So this time it came out that the thing was spraying to the other side of the ovary. We have to undergo for another surgery. I went for a second surgery, April 15, 2022. So after that, I started another round of chemotherapy, which was through in that 2022. At a point, I became okay. I was well, so I was doing everything. But no, some that have gone through chemotherapy, there's some pains and all that. I still there, but I'm just okay. So they will give you tests 3 months, 6 months. So the last test I did was in 2024. They gave me 6 months checkup again, which is supposed to be in July, July 2025. So by then I was okay. I never even wanted to go for the test again because everything seems okay and all that. Even my siblings were like, when I was telling myself I want to, they were like, you are okay. There is no, they say no, I know I'm okay, but since I've been given appointments, let me just follow it all because then money for the MRI was just increasing every day, every day. It was not easy because that 2022 I had to resign for my job. Why? Because I could not sit for long. I cannot stand for long. Nothing. So it was not easy for me. They were not giving me time to relax. So I had to resign health first. So I was not doing anything. Also, I did a traveling agency. I do ticketing. I do visa packaging. So I was surviving with little money I'm getting once in a while from there, plus my siblings supporting me the little way they can. So I stopped working entirely. I've not been working, but I was managing. So 2025, I summoned courage. Let me go and do the MRI. I did the MRI and then went back in that September 9th. So the MRI, when the MRI came out, because immediately it came out, me, I don't know how to read all those their doctors' reports and all that, but I went for impression. So I was seeing hepatic metastasis. I don't know what it meant. I said, let me just Google it. I Google it, happened that cancer of the liver. Immediately, Odogu, everything about me changed. If you see my picture on my app, you will know everything about me changed. But I endured because the next appointment happens to be, I picked the result on Thursday, so the appointment is supposed to be on Monday. So on Monday, I went for my appointment. When the doctors saw it and all that, they were angry and all that. That's why have I not been coming for checkup? I said I've been coming for checkup. I was given 6 months, and this is just 6 months and all that. They said, okay, I had to start my chemotherapy immediately because the way it's spraying, it has left the ovary now to the liver. So I had to start my chemotherapy. So they wrote chemotherapy drugs, 3 weekly chemotherapy, only for me to go for costing. It cost like 1.3 million. It's not the test you will do when you want to do the chemotherapy. You have to run through some tests and all that. So if I add the test, it will be like 1.4 stroke 1.5. So we started chemotherapy, which I was doing every 3 weeks. And I've done 6 rounds. I had to go and see the doctor for a review.
How much did you say one round costing is how much?
1.3 for the drug, not the test, just the drug. So then it was not easy because I don't even know where the money was going to come from. But we started, my family, they started contributing, start sourcing for money. I had to start because then I was not feeling, immediately the pains I was not feeling before everything came back.
Sorry, just to be sure again, how much did the round cost? 1.what?
1.3. 1.3. Yeah. So immediately, we don't even know where the money was going to come from, but we just had to do it. So my sisters were running around and all that. We gathered money. We started the treatments. After I did the fourth round, I went to meet the doctor. She said I should complete it to 6 before I would come for a review. I was supposed to do minimum of 8, maximum of 9 chemotherapy. So I did the 6th. After I went back, I was sent for the MRI, chest CT, and some other scans I needed to do for them to know the level, which I did. So immediately I did it and all that. Doctor saw it and said that the tumor has shrunk. So I now have to do what they call maintenance. So that maintenance, now they have reduced the drug. It's not going to be the previous drugs I was taking. They reduced to 1 drug, and that is the main drug. That particular drug cost 850. So I had to do it 12 times, 12 rounds of another maintenance, which that drug cost 850. So now by the December time, somebody advised me to arrange, register for what we call kinship. It's like kind of NHIS. So they have to subsidize drugs and all that, which I registered, and my name, if you register it after 3 months before it will activate. So I registered and they activated in January. So my January treatment I used from that money, because now the hospital does not sell those drugs. You can only get it from either H-Medis or any of these big pharmacy. In Abuja, hospital does not sell it. So, but there is an NGO that is positioned in the hospital there, that if the NGO covers it, you can go there and cost it. So when that one came out, I went for the NGO, they cost it. This drug outside is 500 milligrams. I was placed on Advaccine, a drug they call on anybody that knows vaccine, it's a very expensive drug. So that drug, I'm placed on 500 milligrams. The 400 of it outside is 650. The 100 of it is 200. That make it 850. But in that hospital, I don't know how in that NGO, I don't know how they calculate it. But if they calculate it, if they have it, though they don't have it all the time, If they have it, you can get it for 360. Then maybe if I add it with injection I will take, it will be like approximately 400 and all that. Although since February, I've not done my chemotherapy. The money is not there. I was supposed to do my chemotherapy every 3 weeks. The last one I did was February 4th. I was supposed to do February 24th. I have not done. I have not done in March. We have entered April. I've been in pains. If my sister, anybody call me, I tell them I'm okay because it breaks their hearts to even see me. So I don't even want to tell them how I'm feeling. I just keep telling them. But just I don't want to be negative. You can't keep saying you are not okay when you're taking drugs and you're praying. So anybody that sees me, I say I'm okay. But I'm in pain. And being that somebody that is on chemotherapy treatment for 3 times, you're missing it back to back. It's not helping. So I'm just begging for help. If I can even get, no matter how it is, but at least to start, if I'm able to do, because doctors say if I start this maintenance now, once I do the 6 rounds, I come back for review. I'm hoping that when I go for review, I am healed or everything is going to stop. Or why I'm even doing the treatment, we're also sourcing for money. After the 6 rounds, I'll be able to maybe continue. But I can't continue because there is no money there. The little things I'm able to organize my life, I've sold them. I've sold my goals. The little land I have, I've sold them. My sister is monthly salary. She has been of a great help. She has done it. In fact, I had to, because that September I left my house. I went to my elder sister. She's in Abuja. Because chemotherapy is something that if I take I don't know about other people. If I take my chemotherapy treatment, no matter how strong you can't stay with me. I can even poo-poo on my body. I will be in pain for like 2 weeks. I will not eat. I will not be in serious pain. And I live alone. So it's not something I can handle myself. So immediately I had to leave for my elder sister house. I went to my elder sister. That is where I've been saying. So last week I told her, let me just come around my house and see if there's anything I can sell. I came to my house. The only thing I could even lay my hand on is only my bed and my TV. I've sold my TV. That is what I've using for transport all this while. I've been going around seeking for, even my sister nobody knows I'm coming up. Because if they know, they never even wanted it to get to the extent of begging. And because we don't want my mother to know. Because she knew when I had the first one, she believed everything is okay. Her knowing again now might cost her another thing. But I don't have choice. The only choice I have is to leave. I know if maybe she finds out I'm online, she might be angry, but it's my life. I have to leave. I don't know what to do. I've been praying, I've been begging for those who can bring me up. I don't know how you people can help me.
Glad.
At least let me even start my treatment.
Glad. Your mother will not
Yes,
find
sir.
out. Your mother will not find out using my
Amen.
page. She will
Amen.
not find out using my page. I want to say something. I just muted you. Okay. If you are going through any challenge, you need to speak up. All right. You need to go to your page and you need to talk your story. You need to create a GoFundMe. You need to create it. Yeah. I don't understand how a lot of you will be going through things like this and you don't want to talk about it. You don't want to share it on your page. You're waiting until you come to a platform like this. You need to speak out. You don't have to wait for my platform. All right. I am so sorry that I can't help you for now. However, it doesn't change anything. You have to get out there and share your story and post it on your page. Yes, and open a GoFundMe so that the next time you come here, we talk about it. Even if I cannot raise anything for you, there are people who can easily go to your GoFundMe and click on it. My brothers and sisters, you need to start helping yourself. Don't be too dependent on platforms like this because we might fail you. We might fail you. So glad what I want you to do, if you're serious about your health, take away pride, take away whatsoever you're going through, talk about it and post it and create a GoFundMe. And now there was a reason why I was asking you. I asked you 3 times about the round, whatever you're talking about, the round costing you talked about 1.3. There was a reason why I asked you 3 times, and that is because on the 4th of January, 4:17 a.m. Nigerian time, you wrote to me that it cost 1.2 million. Okay, that was why I triple asked you, are you sure of what you're saying? Because on so day, 4th of January 2025, 4 a.m. your time, you said it's 1.2. Okay, so I don't know why it is 1.3. That was why I wanted to get clarification. So what I want you to do from me now, my sister, is for you to you have to speak up. A closed mouth is a closed door. Okay? A closed mouth is a closed door. You have to speak and you have to post it. And then you have to come back here and share your story again. Understand? Inugo?
Yes, sir.
There's a there's a
No,
there's
you
a
said
there's a lot of my sister, don't feel sad. A lot of our sisters are going through, a lot of people are going through this. Unfortunately, we have a messed up system. And this is why I encourage people, if you get money, there are countries you can travel to. And most of this treatment, you're not going to stress yourself. Even if you can't afford to go to Europe or America, Australia, Canada, or New Zealand, there are countries like Brazil where they fair enough to get visa. At least I know say most of their treatment too are free. If you get money, travel. If you go there, at least find a way to get their permanent residence. Even if you want to live in Nigeria, you can go back to Nigeria. But if your health starts failing you, instead of you to spend that money on some of the quack doctors we get, or inconsistency of some of the things happening in Nigeria, you travel and get your treatment free and better. Free and better. But that's not what we're talking about at the moment. Glad, I want you to do yourself a favor. You need to speak, you need to post it. You never know. You never know. You might even get much more better assistance than coming to a platform here. So you have to do it. Open a GoFundMe and come back here. So that if anybody wants to easily support you, go just go click them. I'm being honest with you. Okay. And then if you're sharing your story, hold your
thank you.
evidence. Okay.
Battery.
I know this is not what you
You know, there is
expected.
no how.
Go on. Go on.
There is no how I can send my evidence to you.
Yeah.
There is no how I can show evidence. There's no how I can attach it. But I have my results here. I have everything. So if you need it, I can send it to you. You
Let's
know,
say
if you did
yes.
not read my message, there's no how I can attach those evidences to them. Yeah.
You have to. I've accepted your message, but regardless, you have to speak up. Okay.
Yeah, we.
I'll give you an example. If something is going wrong with me now, all right. If something they go on with me now, I'm going to. I've been best way they hardly ask, but I'm going to ask. If you shook me like this, I'm going to ask. All right. Make a post, open a GoFundMe, and we go from there. Okay. All right. I've opened your message. Send me those things. If you want, I can guide you
I'll
on
do
what to
that.
do and what to say.
I'll do that.
Okay.
I'll do
All right.
that.
Thank you so
Thank you
much.
so much. Thank you. Yeah.
Hi. My guys, look after your health. Look after your health. Don't take it for granted. Don't take it for granted. And even if you like get money, no matter how much you think you have, still look after your health. Because when your health fail you, it can drain those money. That's why I always tell people, take what you can from life. Because when life starts taking from you, it takes everything, including your last breath.